Hello again, everybody. This is John with Best Price Nutrition. Today I have Tony with me from BSN. Tony is the Midwest Regional Sales Rep for BSN.
Yes, sir.
You just celebrated your 6th anniversary at BSN, right?
Actually, today, yes, by myself here in Chicago.
So 6 years. He's up here from Florida, so he's enjoying the winters with us. Anyways, we've had a lot of questions for you guys on a lot of the BSN products, and we really haven't had a chance to review them yet. In this video today, we're actually going to cover the proteins from BSN. We're going to do a quick rundown on them and then go over some of the questions you guys have had regarding them specifically. We've got True Mass here, which is the weight gainer, being the weight gain category for BSN. We also have the Lean Dessert Protein and SYNTHA-6. We get a lot of questions about when to use each one of these, so we'll hit all those up. So let's go ahead and start off with the True Mass. Tony, you want to give us a little background on it?
Yeah, well, basically what we're doing here is we're playing off actually Lean Dessert, which was pretty much our first protein on the market. It came out around 6 or 7 years ago. It actually originally came out a 2-pounder, and we were really aiming towards a lot of women and dieters in the market, and then that's where pretty much we branched off and started catering to the different markets within the protein categories. True Mass, we wanted to go towards obviously the guy that wants to go out there and gain a lot of size, but wants to do it to a point to where he's not gaining a lot of fat. So what we wanted to do is obviously come out with a SKU that would cater to someone's needs just like that.
Okay. Well, one of the things we always point out when we look at weight gainers and we talk about them is the ratio of carbohydrates to protein. And looking at this on a serving, you're looking at 70 grams of carbohydrates, 50 grams of protein. Now that's for a serving, obviously. So those of you, like we talked about in previous videos, you could scale that down. That doesn't mean if you're 120 pounds, you may not want to take that big of a serving, but that's a really good ratio, carbohydrates to protein. It's almost 1-to-1.
And also, exactly, what we wanted also to do is we wanted to stress the fact that whenever I'm talking to somebody at the gym or at a show, I always try to tell them that our carbs aren't high glycemic. They're not, something that's going to bump your sugar levels up. So you're not really going to get that type of watery or that bloatiness feeling that sometimes you get from other weight gainers. Because again, you want to go up with quality weight. You don't want to get chubby or fat or whatnot or get anything around the midsection as you grow. Also, what's great for is hard gainers, people who can't get enough calories throughout the day, where their metabolism are super fast. So this is something that, just like the Lean Dessert, just like the SYNTHA-6, has a 6 blended protein. So it has the whey isolates, which is going to hit you right away, and then it also has the slower proteins, like the milk proteins, all the way up to the casein, to where it's going to last throughout the day. Pretty much all our proteins have a 6 to 8 hour digestive period.
So we're looking at a nice blended protein. You get a nice,
correct,
a range of amino acids because, whey may be strong in one area, casein will make up for that,
exactly,
so on and so forth. Now, I do notice there's a healthy dose of fats in this particular one, 17 grams. Now, if you're trying to gain weight, I guess that's good. Now, what is the source of fat? And I think that also probably plays a role in lowering the glycemic index, I assume. When you take this product, you probably don't crash as much because I'm sure the fats are helping slowly absorption of the carbohydrates. Now, what's the main source of fats in this particular
we have like medium chain triglycerides in there, good EFAs, things you can find in your daily fish oils if you're taking a fish oil supplement. So somewhat good, heart healthy fat that, obviously it's not going to raise cholesterol levels, but we're actually putting in these products too. And I get a lot of questions saying, hey, it's a little bit more cholesterol, but I mean, there's a big difference between good and bad cholesterol. I'm sure John.
Sure. Now, is there creatine in this product? That's a question we had on the blog.
No creatine on this product. No
creatine, so he doesn't add anything. It's not kind of a all-in-one. So if we were to kind of put a bow on it and wrap this up, we basically say it's a weight gain product. However, a lot of weight gainers on the market, I mean, we've all looked at them. You'll look at a serving size, and there's 200 grams of carbohydrates and 40 grams of protein per serving. So you're looking at about a 4-to-1 ratio. So that, if you tried to mix that much powder into a, let's say a 32-ounce container, good luck. You need a cement mixer. So pretty much what you're paying for is expensive carb powder. Whereas with this, you're getting a nice ratio. You're getting a lot of protein in your weight gainer, which is really nice. So for hard gainers, this would be the way to go.
Hard gainers and obviously the big guys. I mean, we like to, just say, hey, it could be a full-on meal replacement too. You got a lot of guys that are naturally lean that, can't get breakfast in the morning, so if they need, to compensate for a certain amount of calories throughout the day because they're missing out, this is perfect.
Okay. Well, let's move on then to the Lean Dessert Protein, which, you mentioned spawned the birth of True Mass. Now, Lean Dessert has the same protein in it, specifically?
The same blend of protein from, again, from the fastest to the slowest. But what we did with this is we shrunk the bottle down because a lot of women actually, when they see a big protein bottle, they're kind of hesitant to pick up on it. So we kind of wanted to let them know, hey, this is something that you can commit to. It's not a big bottle, just in case you don't like the taste. But 99% of the people that taste Lean Dessert are always raving, about it, how it tastes exactly how it sounds. So we have a lot of decadent flavors, such as fresh cinnamon roll, banana nut bread. Certain flavors that people actually can use the protein as a sweetener in their foods. Add it in their oatmeal, in their pancake batter. Could do a variety of things with this protein rather than just a traditional shake.
Now, if you mix this in water, would you say the consistency is, when you mix like a pure whey protein isolate, it's very liquidy. Some people like that. It's easy to drink. Now, is this a little more thick, more shake-like consistency? Would that be good?
This is a little bit more thick. It's funny you mentioned that. True Mass is thinner than Lean Dessert, even though there's more here, nutrition fact-wise. People who are going to take the True Mass are going to use 3 scoops. We actually made it to the point to where it's a little bit thinner and easier to shake up.
Oh, okay. So you can shake the True Mass.
So you
Okay,
can
that's a
shake
good question,
it.
'cause a lot of whey gainers, you just can't. There's too
You
much
can't.
powder.
There's way too much. And so you can shake it up in water. And then Lean Dessert, because it's going to come out a little bit thicker, but then again, it's supposed to be almost to satisfy the sweet tooth, so to say. So
Okay.
it's going to be more of what the name is.
And
of
fill
it.
you up a little more, probably,
Fill you up,
too.
exactly.
And that's one of the feedback we get on this is really taste. I mean, a lot of people like it. I've personally had the cinnamon roll, and I like it. I mean, it tastes great. Overall calories per serving, the serving size is 150 calories, so you're looking at 8 grams of carbohydrates, 21 grams of protein. Now, some people might be taken aback by the carbohydrates. Now, 8 grams really isn't a lot. You're only talking about 2 grams of sugar. Is that mainly in there because it really just helps with the flavor and the consistency, would you say?
Right. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the carbs always serve as some type of purpose within the manufacturing level as far as taste and whatnot. But I mean, all carbs aren't bad. You know that, and I know
Sure.
that. Brown rice carbs are a lot better than white rice carbs. And then again, this is why we emphasize on the fact that we're dealing with low glycemic carbs, complex carbs that have digestive value, that won't spike your sugars and cause you to crash or whatnot. So especially if you're dieting, you really don't want that type of effect, because when people get moody as they diet.
Oh, sure. Even when they don't diet, some people are moody.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, so that pretty much covers us there for the Lean Dessert protein. Now, next is SYNTHA-6. Now, for us, this is one of the best-selling proteins on the market, pretty much from jump when it came out. Biggest feedback we get on it is taste. People really, really enjoy the taste of it. And again, the consistency of that one, it's thick, shake-like, more like a shake than it is like a whey isolate, where again, we're just going to be more liquidy, almost like water or juice. Now, as far as mixing, I've never had a problem mixing it. I mean, you drop this off samples, we always take advantage of that. One of the perks of working in the industry. But how would you compare it to Lean Dessert protein? Because it's another question we get
I would
too.
say, again, a little bit thinner, and more for the people who are just trying to maintain the build that they currently have. Actually, this has been blowing up, especially in the mainstream market. A lot of people that really don't know anything too much about supplements are now diving into proteins and whatnot. They are actually embracing the SYNTHA-6 because of the taste, but also it's a great formula. 22 grams of protein. It depends on which flavor. I think chocolate has about 1 extra gram of protein because of the cocoa bean, and then also the 6 blends of protein that the Lean Dessert and the True Mass share. We're looking at about a couple hundred calories per scoop. And then also you're looking at 5 grams of fiber, which is a big point for a lot of women who need to get fiber in their diet too.
Okay, so we got a whey and casein blend again for the protein, and you did mention the fiber. This particular flavor per serving is 5 grams. Now, the fiber I assume is in there to make you feel more full, and also for the health benefits of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You need a lot of fiber. Well, not a lot, but just enough throughout the day. But I know a lot of women who want to stay regular, who just love the fact that it has the fiber in there already. You don't have to buy a separate supplement.
Sure. I know some people, like the way I personally use a lot of protein powders, is I'll have a protein drink and I'll eat something like an apple. If it's like a lower carb meal, maybe I'll do like raw almonds because I'm getting fiber, I'm getting healthy fats, but I'm not getting the carbs. Or just with an apple, it's not that many carbs anyways, but you'd get some extra fiber, and it really makes for a nice meal, especially on the run. Now, all of these you can pretty much throw into a shaker and bring it with you on the road, add water, and they're all going to mix fine for you.
Hey, pretty much. And you know what the good thing is too, we have SYNTHA-6 available in an RTD form, both a 40 gram and a 28 gram. So just in case you're like me, who are tired of collecting dirty shakers in the backseat of the car, the RTD is a great way just to have the convenience of the benefits of SYNTHA-6 at a great cost too, which are available at BestPriceNutrition.com.
Yeah, we do have those, and the one thing with the RTDs, we talked about this in previous videos, you do pay a little bit for the convenience. So cost per serving, you're always going to get a little bit more of a benefit with the powder. I personally think of powders as being a little more of a clean source, but again, if you're not somebody who knows that you're going to mix it or you're going to take it with you on the road, that's where the RTD comes into play. It's great if you want to bring it with you, throw it into a lunchbox, keep it cold. I mean, that's definitely a good way to do it. And again, another question then that people were asking is versus True Mass. I think we kind of covered that, but basically the True Mass is like SYNTHA-6, but a lot more carbohydrates. You know,
Right.
you're looking at 70 grams of carbs per serving. So.
And the calories too, and that's the main difference between SYNTHA and Dessert and True Mass, or however you want to compare the three proteins. The main is the caloric difference, because everybody has different needs. Everybody's going to need different amount of calories. No one's going to be the same. So that's why we're trying to cater to everybody.
So low, medium, high, would that be the best way? You know, SYNTHA-6 has got a little bit of healthy fat added to it. You're looking at 6 grams per serving, whereas you're looking at 3.5 for lean dessert. And I think the one thing kind of that people always ask, well, why the fats and stuff? Well, part of the reason that SYNTHA-6 tastes so good is because those fats, if you mix it in water, give it that creamy, rich consistency as if you mixed it in milk. So. And fat is not going to, you know, spike your insulin levels or anything like that. So as long as you're keeping an eye on your, you know, diet, you know, you should be perfectly fine having that fat. And the benefit of the taste is just phenomenal.
I think that's when people notice about the taste. Even in water, it's almost like you're cutting it with milk.
Yeah, you don't even have to mix these with milk. I mean, that's the one nice thing about adding those fats to it, because otherwise you're getting it from the milk. But if you know, it's easier to come by water too if you're on the run. So. All right, well, I think we covered all the questions people had regarding these 3 products. If you guys have any other questions, please go ahead and post them on the blog.
I don't want to
We're happy to answer them.
But we're also coming out with a bar. It was November, now it's December.
Okay. I actually tried this bar. It was actually really good. You get
caramel pretzel, cookies and cream, and then chocolate peanut butter will be coming out soon.
I had the pretzel one. It was very good, and I'm not somebody who eats a lot of bars, and I thought it was really good. So I'll be honest with you guys. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. So. Well, thanks again, Tony. Guys, again, please go ahead and post any questions you have, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thanks.